Why do we miss the red flags? The most straightforward and simplest answer to this is we do not know what we have not learned. We don't understand what we don't know. So we miss the red flags just because we don't get that people like this exist and that behaviour like this exists, and that the behaviours are very similar to other behaviours. The narcissist love bombing is very similar to the love languages. So they sweep you off your feet in that whirlwind romance before you even know what's happened to you. And with some people, this seemingly works. So you don't know any different. You don't know what you're getting into. Narcissistic people project an image of that charismatic charm. They are irresistibly captivating. They have that magnetic pull to them. Their ability to act confident makes others feel special and important and endeared to them. It's nice to be around seemingly confident people who are willing to raise you up, because we don't recognise that their flattery is their manipulation, that their insincere praise is their manipulation. We believe it to be compliments and that they like us, when what they're looking to do is manipulate us. Narcissistic people are skilled manipulators. They gaslight with their love bombing. They will also play the victim, so you feel so much compassion and you feel compelled to helping and supporting them because they're treating you so well. You cannot imagine that they would treat anybody so wrong, or why somebody would be so hurtful towards them. And as the narcissist has rewrote it in their mind, they are so convincing in the lies that they tell. They don't give you time to think. They fast track the relationship with you. They don't give you time to speak to other people because they demand all the time from you. And as they make you feel so good, as they make you feel so special, it's effortless to want to spend time with them, because we cannot all have pain and suffering and struggles within our lives. Everybody is going through something. Some people more severe than others, but everyone's going through something. So when you've got somebody raising you so high, you don't recognise that one day they're going to drop you so low. Not only this, but within a narcissistic relationship, with their charismatic charm, with their flattery, with their insincere praise, you don't recognise that they are making your self-worth dependent on them. You believe that they care about you, they're treating you well. Every action with a narcissist is a transaction. So you're led to believe in them. And then when you're no longer living life on their terms, or when they fear that abandonment, they begin to devalue you. And with their devaluation, because they built that trust up, because you trust in them, when they turn around with those covert remarks of, oh, are you really going to go out like that? Or when they say, oh, I much prefer it when your hair's like this. Your hair looks so much better like that. Oh, I much like that. Much prefer you in that outfit. They condition you to believe that they want what's best for you, and you find yourself losing your original dress sense, your original personality, your original hobbies, your original dreams, because they've conditioned you to become, for your self-worth, to be dependent on their validation. Like with the child, the more you praise them for doing something, the more willing that child is going to be in doing it, because they're getting that validation, they're getting that praise. The more you humiliate and criticise and mock and judge a child over something, the less willing they are going to be in themselves to be able to do something, which is why narcissistic parents sabotage their children, because they belittle and criticise and mock the very things their children are good at, to the point where their children no longer believe they're worthy. So they devalue you, but they've created it so that you're dependent on their validation. Your self-worth is dependent on their validation. They create so many insecurities within you that you begin to believe you're the one that's at fault. They go all out to shift all the blame onto you whenever anything goes wrong. And as they can treat you so well, you can't recognise when they're treating you wrong because they're blaming you for it. You believe you've made them do it because you take responsibility for your actions. There's that social conditioning where we are programmed into believing that certain behaviours are normal when they're far from normal. They kind of get justified. Oh, it's okay because of this. It's okay because of that. Oh, my parents did it like that. So-and-so did it like that. They turned out all right. When it's hurtful or negative or toxic behaviour, no matter how much you bubble wrap it up, it's not okay. That bubble bursts at some point and the person gets hurt. We are conditioned into believing that certain behaviours are normal that are far from normal. Narcissistic people can also have a strong social network, and they can create it where you will be outcast from that social circle. Narcissistic friends are very apt at this. They will outcast people, they will scapegoat people. So those left around them fear speaking out because they don't want to be outcast, they don't want to be intimidated, they don't want to be bullied, they don't want to be left out. They're looking for that social connection, and the only way that it seems to get that is by living life on the narcissistic person's terms. Narcissistic people place that fear in people, so people daren't speak out, and they've usually got enough enablers and flying monkeys that when people do speak out, the enablers shut down the person who spoke out against them. All this creates that cognitive dissonance within the victim's mind, where they've got those contradictory beliefs and values of the experiences that they have lived, and it causes a massive impact on our ability to make decisions. It clouds our judgment. The internal conflict is very painful, and it becomes easier to go more towards the less painful narrative when they're treating us well. And it's a lot harder to go through to the reality that is when they are treating us wrong, and it's who they are as a person. Because that is suffering, that's pain. Even though we're living through pain with them, those moments where they offer that intermittent reinforcement, we cling on to the hope. They breadcrumb you. Narcissistic people give you just enough hope to hang on to absolutely nothing. So we initially don't see the red flags because we're unaware of what they are. And by the time we could potentially be aware of what they are, we've been conditioned in such a way that our self-worth is dependent on that person, which makes it increasingly difficult to break free from that person. Yet in order to reclaim your self-worth, you have to break free from them. And with narcissistic people, they place that much fear into you that it's not straightforward. However, the choice is straightforward. Making the choice, making the decision to break free is what needs to be done first and foremost, and then finding a safe way out. And then when it comes to getting to know new people, take your time in getting to know them for who they are and not who they sell themselves to be, because we can all put our best face forward, which is why it's wise to take things slow. A narcissistic person, if you want to slow things down, they're going to be offended by this. Some might leave you alone, some might up the charm. If somebody truly cares for you, they will wait for you. If they're looking to exploit you, they will continue trying to manipulate you, or they'll move on to somebody new. And then in that case, you've had a lucky escape. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add them into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you are unable to go no contact. I shall link those into the description if you'd like to go and check them out. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.